back. We are backstage, and it has been a really exciting night. It's been filled with all kinds of ups and downs and chaos and fun, but that's what makes an award show.
Exactly.
And we are at the 59th annual, we are at the Emmys, and I believe it's the Chicago Midwest. It's getting late.
I believe that is where we live, and I believe that is what we're doing. And now, from our neighbors to the north is one of the winners, Outstanding Achievement for On-Camera Talent for Investigative Reporter, and the award went to Bryan Polcyn from WITI in Milwaukee. Way to go, Bryan.
Thank you. Boy, what an honor.
Yeah.
And the biggest honor is that if you see the nominees tonight, I was up against Dave Savini, a legend here in Chicago. And to see that name, I mean, I was telling everybody at the table, I said, guys, look, I don't stand a chance. I mean, I'm up against, so to hear my name, I'm awestruck, and it's a huge honor.
So tell us, was this for a specific piece that you did, or just general?
It was a number of pieces, a composite, and one of the first pieces that was on the tape had to do with a doctor in Wisconsin who had he retired, quote unquote retired, after being accused of sending nude photos of himself to a patient.
Oh dear.
And it was put away quietly.
Right.
No one would have known about it. We received an anonymous tip. We investigated, and we found that there'd been essentially a big cover-up. And they tried to go away quietly, and especially when you look at the environment we're in today.
Exactly.
With all of
Oh
these
my God,
allegations,
thank
this is
God.
a guy who tried to get away without anyone knowing. He just retired because he'd gotten older. Well, no, he retired because he did some things he shouldn't have with a patient. He took advantage of his power in a situation, and I feel like that's the kind of thing we're called to do, is to expose that kind of stuff. So it feels really good to win for a story like that.
Let me ask you, are the majority of stories things that you kind of randomly overhear, or are these things where you still have callers like that are emailing and saying, listen, you gotta take a look at
so much of what we do is based on tips.
It is,
Whether it's tips to the general newsroom and somebody says, Bryan, this is a story right up your alley. It's sources who we've worked with over the years. It's just a call to we have an investigator's tip line, 586-2777, 414, if you have any ideas. But those things, we get those tips all the time, and then you start making phone calls to try to see, is there something to this? And so often the kind of stories we're working on are the things that someone doesn't want to come to light.
Yeah.
And it's not easy. It takes time, and I really give our general manager and our news director credit for giving us the time to do these kind of stories, because I think it's some of the most important work in journalism. Not what I do, but just that kind of work.
Yeah.
The more of it we have, the better.
Because you're giving a voice to the voiceless.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For people who may not have the ability to find this information out.
So often the
kudos
most
to
common,
you.
thank you, the most common thing we hear when people call us is, I don't know where else to turn.
Yep.
And I really take a responsibility when I hear that to say, I'll do everything I can. And we can't always help.
Right.
We can't, but when we do, it feels good.
And that's why you won tonight.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Thank you very much.
Bryan.
Right, we can't wait to see what else you guys do.
Well, I'll tell you what, our station has done really well. You've heard WITI a lot tonight. Even Mike Lowe, who's a WGN, a former WITI
That's right.
product.
And his team.
And his team. And I say that just because I want to point that out, because this is a television station that's doing a lot of great work. And in many ways, sometimes we feel like the farm system for Chicago. So many people come from Milwaukee to Chicago who've done this craft, but I feel like WITI really supports great journalism, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
Well said.
awesome.
Very well said.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And congratulations.
Thank you. It's a blast.
All right, we will be backstage with more right after this.